It is the month of one of my favourite sewing challenges, so stay tuned to find out what plans I have and what fabrics I'll be using from my stash. Hi, welcome to this week's video. It is one of my favourite ones to film of the year. It is my So Frugal 25 challenge video. I'm going to be sharing my plans to try and recreate a viral high street dress using free patterns and fabric from my stash. So there is a dress I have seen all over the high street recently. It has a jersey or a ribbed jersey top and then a lightweight woven skirt attached to it. And I just think it looks perfect for spring and summer. So relaxed, easy to put on whilst looking really put together and very, very comfy, I'm sure. I have been looking at these on various websites, but they sell out so quickly. And also, I just think I'm sure I can make one using free patterns and fabric from my stash and save myself a little bit of money going into the summer holidays. So before I get into my ideas and my free patterns, I'll share what I'm wearing. And I am wearing today two of my free patterns that I have made in the past. This is the Harper cardigan by Sinclair Patterns. It's an amazing free pattern. It has all sorts of different lengths. There's a cropped waisted cardigan, which is the one I make, hip length and more like a duster length cardigan. It is an open cardigan, but you'll see from the picture I made mine with buttons because that's just how I prefer to wear it, and it was very easy to just add buttonholes to that. It has really, really lovely long sleeves with a cuff, and it's one of my favorite cardigans to sew up and to wear. The other thing I'm wearing today I'm going to talk about later in the video because it's to do with the dress that I'm hoping to recreate. If you want to see how this pattern comes together, by the way, I do have a video that I've shared previously on making this cardigan, so I'll pop that in the description box below and you're welcome to watch that one after this one if you would like to. Now, before I get started on my list of free patterns, this challenge is hosted by Sam, who's Frugalissima, and Rowan, who is the Yorkshire Sew Girl. I'm sure you know all the rules, but just very, very briefly, the aim of this challenge is to find a free pattern that's available to everybody, to use fabric from your stash, and then to sew it up a new garment for your wardrobe in March and share it on March the 31st using the hashtag SoFrugal25. Now, if you're really keen to share something earlier than that, like a work in progress, you can use the hashtag SoFrugal25 WIP for work in progress, but do try not to use the SoFrugal25 hashtag until March the 31st when you share your finished make over on Instagram. So the inspiration for my So Frugal make this year is some of these beautiful dresses I've been seeing on the high street. Like I said, they're beautiful, they look so easy and breezy to wear, and I'm sure I can make a version of it myself. So what I'm going to share with you today is 5 of my favorite free tank top patterns. Now, I haven't made them all, but they're different styles and different sort of fits of tank tops, so hopefully there's something here for everyone. Now, 4 of these will work for this sort of tank top dress. One probably won't work as well, but it is a beautiful tank top, so I had to include it in my top 5 tank tops. Now, the first tank top on my list is from Mood Fabrics. Such a great resource in the sewing community for free patterns is Mood Fabrics. The Sylvan tank top looks like a very fitted tank top. It has a racer back style on the back of the tank top and then a nice sort of high neck at the front. It comes in a cropped length, then a more tank top length, and also it comes as a very fitted dress. It has an excellent size range, 0 to 32, I believe. So sizes for everyone, but that one does look like much more of a fitted style of racerback tank top. The next one on my list is the Largo tank by Itch to Stitch. This is such a popular one in the sewing community, so I'm sure you've seen it before. It is just your regular tank top style with a higher neck and back, and it is a more relaxed fit, it says on the website, so not too form-fitting for this one. Great size range again, and it can be made in any sort of cotton jersey or ribbed jersey, although you do have to be careful with the stretch on a ribbed jersey to make sure it doesn't come out too big. This one is made with neck and armbands to finish off the neck and the armholes, and then just hemmed at the bottom. Now, the next pattern is the one that I'm wearing today, so I'll take off my jumper so that you can see it, and this is the Blommer tank by Paradise Patterns. Very similar to the Itch to Stitch Largo tank actually. It's finished with this neckband and this armband here, whereas the Largo tank says it finishes at the hip. This one very definitely finishes at the high hip. Now, I like to tuck in my tank tops, so this one is a little bit frustrating at times because it does come untucked from my jeans, but it would be very easy to add a couple of inches to this tank top to make it more of the fit that you would like. It is a more fitted tank top, but I really like the way that it curves around the armholes and the neck, and there is a brilliant set of instructions about how to make these armholes really to fit your shape. The other great thing about the Blommer tank is it has two different cup sizes. It has a B cup and a D cup and a full size range, so it is really a fantastic free pattern. Amazing really that it's got all of those different size options, and it's still a free pattern over on the Paradise Patterns website. Now I have another racerback tank option. This one is also quite form-fitting. It's from Tiana's Closet. Now I've not sewn any patterns from Tiana's Closet, but I've heard such good things about her free patterns, so I did add this one to the list. So it's a very form-fitting tank top, and then for the armholes and the neck they use a bias strip to just bind those closed. It's very basic instructions, so this one's probably for a more experienced sewer, but then it is also a very basic pattern, so give it a go if you're keen on this style of tank top. Now the last one on my list, this one's probably less suitable for the dress that I have in mind, but it is a beautiful tank top for the summer, and I love how loose and floaty and flowy it is, so I did have to include it in this video, and it is the Lunar Tank by Helen's Closet. Now this one is very billowy, very loose. It would be perfect in the summer. It comes in a crop length and a longer length, and it is a swing style top. It's finished with knit binding around the neck and the armholes, then the bottom is just left unhemmed so that it's really loose and floaty for the summer. So the tank top that I think I'm going to use for my dress is the Blommer tank. Now I have sewn this up 3-4 times to really get the fit to where I want it to be. The length that I made this one I would definitely make longer if I was to make another tank top, but I'm actually going to have to shorten it to where my waistline is for the dress, so that's fine. This is the one I'm going to use, but what about the fabric? Now you can see here I have a pile of fabrics from my stash that I've got out because they match some ribbed jersey remnants that I already have in my stash. So the first one is this beautiful sort of aubergine almost coloured ribbed jersey that I bought a few months ago now, and I made a beautiful winter dress, the Zoe Freya mashup dress, and I have enough left over to make a cropped top, a cropped jersey top like the Blommer tank, which I would then attach to this fabric here. Now this is a very lightweight seersucker that I bought years ago from Merchant and Mills. In fact, I think I've shown it in So Frugal videos before because I've just not had the right pattern for it. But I think actually it would work really well as a skirt because it is so beautifully light. It would gather up beautifully. I've only got 1.5 meters of it, but that should be perfect if I use the full width to gather into this. It would be more of a sort of perhaps just below knee length skirt attached to this ribbed jersey. So that's option number 1. Now option number 2 is this black ribbed jersey. I know we've all got black ribbed jersey in our stashes. This is a bit more like my inspiration pictures, I guess, because a lot of those are in black. I don't know why they're all black, these dresses, but anyway. I have this black ribbed jersey, and then I have this cotton fabric left over from when I made my daughter a smocked dress in the winter. It is just a lovely little ditzy floral. I think that would look nice, but I'm not as convinced by that. I don't love black in the summer. I'd like to wear something a little more colourful, and this is a more sort of cotton poplin-y type weight, so it is slightly heavier, and I worry it might pull down on the black ribbed knit, but that is another option, and I think that would also look gorgeous. Now the last option I have is another fabric that I'm sure I've shared in So Frugal videos before, and it is this gorgeous cotton ikat fabric that I got from Itokri on an order that I made, again, years ago. I think because it's quite sheer, I would definitely have to line this one or to wear a slip underneath. Either way, I'm not sure this one will work either. But I do love the combination of fabrics, so I thought I would share it. I've got this white ribbed jersey in my stash, and I thought it would look beautiful with that as a skirt. Maybe it would work because of all the gathers. I need to stand in front of a mirror and have a bit of a play around with that one, because I do think with the white rib that would look so beautiful for the summer. And again, I've got about 1.5 meters of this fabric here, this ikat fabric, and it would just be perfect for the amount of gathers that I like. It would just be below my knee, which again is a great length for a summer dress. So this one's definitely in the running. I'll have to make a decision on that, and I'm going to go away now and have a think and make up one of these dresses, which I'll share with you. For you it'll be a couple of minutes, for me it'll be about a week, but I'm looking forward to sharing my finished dress with you in just a moment. Well, hello. It's been a couple of seconds for you and it's been about a week for me, and I am so excited to share my finished Blommer tank dress with you. You'll see I did go with the purple rib knit and with the seersucker fabric from Merchant & Mills. I absolutely love this fabric and I just thought the lightness of it would be suited to this particular dress. So what I did to make this dress was I put on my Blommer tank that I had already made and put pins where my natural waist is so that I could work out where I wanted to cut this top off. I then added about 1 centimetre for seam allowance. Now when I cut out the top, I sewed the top part up first and I tried that on, and I just thought in order to attach the skirt and have that sit at the right place, I would take a further centimetre off the length of the top. Now obviously for each of us our waists are in different places, so I'm not going to give you any sorts of measurements because for each of us it's going to be different, but that's what I did in order to get this tank to sit at the right place on my waist. I then took this fabric, I had about 1.5 meters, I simply chopped it in half and then gathered the full width into my the hem of the Blommer tank, and it's perfect. I really love the length of the skirt. I think it's great for the summer. It is quite a lightweight fabric, so I don't think it's going to pull at the rib knit fabric at all, but if I do notice it pulling, I may go in and stabilize it just with some elastic at a future date. If I was sewing either of these two fabrics, but particularly this cotton, I would definitely sew some elastic into the seam line where I attach the skirt to the rib knit, just to give that some stability and help it to stop stretching out over time. To sew it up, I used my overlocker for the whole project, apart obviously from the woven skirt. I sewed the side seams of the skirt and the hem on my sewing machine, and I actually attached the skirt to the tank using my sewing machine as well. But I did use my overlocker for the Blommer tank part, and I used my cover stitch, which I absolutely love. I know I still need to do a review of that for you. I have the Baby Lock cover stitch machine. I love using it and I just think it gives a really professional finish to my clothes, so I will share that at some point, but that's how I put this together. If you do want any more details, pop me a comment below asking any questions that you have and I will be happy to answer them in the comments below. But such a great challenge, the So Frugal challenge, to really encourage us to use our scraps, to use what's in our stash, and to find free patterns so that we can make clothes that we really want to make for ourselves. And I'm so glad I did make this one for myself rather than buying it from the shop. There's just such a satisfaction in knowing that you've made it yourself. So I'm really happy to have this in my wardrobe. And if you do make one for yourself, do tag me on Instagram or pop me a comment below and let me know that you've made a Blommer tank dress for yourself. I think this is going to get so much wear over the summer months, and I do think I might be having to make another Blommer tank or two from these fabrics that I previously shared with you, because it's just so comfy and easy to wear, and I can see this being a real staple in my summer wardrobe. So thank you for watching my video today. I hope you get involved in the So Frugal 25 challenge and that you enjoy exploring these free patterns. Again, let me know if you decide to sew up one of my 5 top tank top patterns. I think they are such great pieces for the summer months, and I look forward to seeing what everybody is making when everyone shares their makes on the 31st of March over on Instagram. That's it from me for this week. I hope you have a happy week ahead full of lots of happy frugal sewing, and I shall see you soon. Goodbye.